this is Stampy, and welcome to a Let's Play on... Oh, no, did it wrong. There we go, a Let's Play on Super Mario Maker. This is the beginning of another series where I'm going to be building levels for a YouTuber, and the next 4 videos are going to be for Wizard Keen, who you may have seen in Wonder Quest, which I've been doing with him. Season 2 should be starting soon, by the way, just to let you know in case you're wondering about that. But yeah, we're not talking about that today. We are talking about Mario, and we're going to be doing the same thing, where I'm going to go through all 4 of the different styles of Mario games, starting with Super Mario Bros. And building levels for him. And I've come up with an idea for what this first level's going to be. And I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be really nice to him. I have no idea how good he is at Super Mario, so I thought that I would go easy at first, just to kind of ease him into things, and then I can see how well he does, and maybe step it up and make it a little bit harder later on. So the idea of the level is, it's going to seem really difficult. In fact, it's going to seem almost impossible. And that's because most of the ground is going to be made out of spikes and blades and fire and all sorts of nasty things. And I mean literally, I'm going to build the floor out of these spikes. And it might seem impossible to get over them. But it's not if you have a star. As you can see, as you can see, I failed to collect the star. As you can see, if I do another star, and no, don't disappear. There we go. I can now stand on the spikes, no problem whatsoever. So the idea is the level would be impossible if you didn't have a star. So the challenge is to make sure that you always have the star power while you're playing through the level. So I thought I'd start things off by adding in a little puzzle at the very beginning, which is where you're going to need to get your first star. So above the top of this cave, oh yeah, I've gone for the cave style as well, because I haven't really used this style very much. So yeah, up here, I'm going to have this question mark block here, and inside of here, you guessed it, is going to be the star. The problem is, even though you can get the star out, there's going to be no way to actually get the star, or at least no obvious way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build all of this area up like this, and then have one little gap there. And so basically, he's going to go and break this, and then the star is going to get stuck here, but there's no way to get it. But I am going to be sneaky, and I am going to hide a little spring inside of here. Inside of there like that. So what he can do is get the star, and it's going to get stuck here, and he's going to be like, what do I do, what do I do? But if he jumps here, the little spring's going to come out, and then I lose the star. Tell you what, let's go and build some blocks up there, shall we? Actually, what I could do, how do I turn these sideways? There we go. If I turn this sideways, I could put a few of these here, and not only will that keep the star in, it's also a nice little bit of a hint as well as to what could happen. So let's see what happens now. I think there's a chance it might go to the right anyway, and that's what happened then. But if it doesn't, then it can just go the other way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to extend the ground out a little bit, just so he can definitely get the star once it jumps down, and that's the start of the level. Well, actually, I'm going to add in a sound effect as well. Let's add in a nice little cheer sound as well, just for when he works out this puzzle here. So he's going to do that, and then, yay! He gets the star, and from then, he is off. So as I said, let's go. No, I'm recording myself. No, cut it out. Stop it. Stop recording. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so from now on, there's going to be no solid, safe ground. It's going to be all these spikes. So let's start off by doing a few relatively simple jumps, but of course, there's going to be a timer. The entire time this is going to be going on, his time is going to be ticking down for the star. So, yeah, it's going to be, he's going to have to try and be very fast. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in flying stars. If I get a star and put some wings on it, when that moves, you'll see that it just goes and flies along just like that. And then he can have a chance to grab it before he dies, just like I did then. And let's make this even more dangerous then, shall we? Let's go and add some flames in, shall we? Let's add some flames on the either end of these. And these are going to do absolutely nothing apart from scaring him. And let's make the beginning extra scary as well, just so he knows that there's no possible way of him making this unless he has the star. So if I put a saw here and a saw here and a saw here. Once again, these are going to do nothing. He can just jump straight through them and it won't hurt him, but it just looks very scary. And how can we make it even scarier? Let's go and add some flames in. That can be flaming around here as well, just to make it completely crazy. And I could even throw in a few enemies as well that could be wandering around here. So let's go and put a couple of these little fellas on each of these platforms. Once again, they're just going to get immediately killed if he tries to stand on them. But yeah, it's just making the whole thing a little bit scarier. So let's go and try and do this little opening then, shall we? So the star comes out. I knock up the star. Oh, look, it's gone to the left. It's gone to the left, and then it bounces all the way back. I like that. And then I can go and get the star, and I can just go along here. It looks like half the enemies actually just fall off. And there we go, I got the other star. So I'm actually going to change these guys into the spiky ones. Because the ones with the, well, they're spiky, but the ones with just the single spike, they go upside down as well, rather than just falling off. And I think that's a little bit cooler. And now, let's add a bit of a tunnel going down. And once again, we're going to use spikes rather than blocks. And I could add these guys to it. I think, can I do these on the side? Can I spin them at all? Oh! What did that do? I made them, like, watery, did I? I'm not sure what I'm changing about them. Okay, I don't know what that does to them. It does an effect, but I don't know if it actually does anything. I think I just might be angering them a little bit. But yeah, these guys are quite good, because if you touch them, they hurt you. But I think they need to be in a block. I don't think they can stay floating. No, they do need to be on an actual block. So let's go, let's just do a platform down and put a row of them on there, shall we? Well, I say platform, a big row of spikes. And then let's just go and put a whole load of these on. And I could put a big one. Let's put a big one in the middle as well. Let's get a mushroom, and let's make a huge one here. And let's put a few huge ones. Let's do a huge one on either side, and then a bunch of little ones in the middle, shall we? I think that would be quite cool. Let's put you there, 1, 2, 3. And once again, he's just going to go and charge straight through them, but he's got to get that star. If he doesn't get the star, then that's going to be the trouble. As I said, there's going to be no real difficulty unless he misses a jump going through the actual level, but it's just all about keeping his nerve and not panicking too much. Right then, let's make him go and drop down on something. So these things can actually be walked on. If I go and put a bunch of these along here like this, these can actually be walked along the block which is in the middle. So these can actually be used as quite a nice platform if I can actually place them down. And let's start alternating the directions as well. Let's do them so they're all going in different directions. He can go and step on there. And then down here, I'm going to go and add another big row of spikes, but then I can go a little bit crazy with some of the enemies that I'm going to put around here. So let's put some thwomps down. These guys are cool because they're going to fall on his head, but they're not going to hurt him. They're just going to literally just bounce off his head, but I think it will look quite cool anyway. So let's kind of like alternate these a little bit like this, and then in the middle we can go and add an absolute massive one in, which will no doubt scare him, once again, even though it won't hurt him. And then he can go and keep charging through. I should probably give him another star soon as well, because I haven't given him a star in quite a while. So let's go and add some of these in, and I'll do one more there, and then let's just go and add these spikes along a little bit further like that. There we go, jolly good. I want to give this a go. Let's go and add another star in now, so I can get that in case I need it. But let's go and give this a test to go, and let's see if this is fun. I want him just to feel really powerful when he's playing through the game, and kind of a little bit invincible, which I think will be fun. And then I think towards the end, I will have a bit where he thinks he's going to run out of the star, but should hopefully be okay. Right, let's go. I can go and take out all of these enemies, and I got the other star. And oh, look, these guys don't hurt me. I can just go and jump over them. These don't hurt me either, and down come the thwomps. If I stand here, they just all don't hurt me, and I can get the other star there. I like that. I think that's a good start to the level. So what I might do now is go absolutely crazy with all of the different enemies, I think. Let's just go absolutely mad for a little bit. Let's do an actual bit where he needs to jump up. Let's move the end along a bit, because I am not ready for that. Once again, I am just going to be using spikes, because I think it's good fun to only use spikes. And let's let him kind of go into like a little bit more of a tunnel now, like a tunnel that's going to lead up. So if I go and, oh, that was a little bit wonky. Let's go and move you along here a bit. and let's go and do this tunnel going up here. And so then this way he's going to have to jump his way up to the top in order to get out the other side. And we can go a little bit crazy with some of the enemies that we're going to put into here. So let's add some of these cannons. These can be blasting kind of like absolute crazy, and there needs to be a way for him to actually get in here, doesn't there? So let's put, there we go, let's put these cannons a little bit lower here. And then this way he can run in, and then let's just do a few pretty simple jumps that he can do in order to try and get up to the top. So let's just do some here, like that. Let's do 2 out there, and then 2 out there. And remember, he has to do these quick, because otherwise the stars will run out. So he does need to make sure that he doesn't spend too much time here. But then there's just going to be a whole load of distractions, I guess. Let's go and add in a bunch of saws, and then we can kind of put them over these spikes a little bit, just to hide them, to make it a little bit harder. And let's go and just go absolutely crazy with some of the baddies we can put here. We can put some of these guys in, and I don't think it's going to drop to the floor. Is it going to stay there? Oh no, it disappears. I don't think it can be in the spikes, so let's not worry about them. Let's go and add some of these guys in, shall we? Let me just see whether they will actually fire at me. If I get the star as I spawn in, then I can survive. And oh no, the other cannons got destroyed. Is this going to shoot me? I don't think it can shoot me through the spikes. What happens if I put it in the spikes? Is it going to be able to shoot me then, or is it going to disappear? Nope, all the things just disappear if they are inside of the spikes. That's not going to work. Let's save the cannons for a little bit later on then. Let's just go and add in some other enemies from this little section then, shall we? Let's go and add in, what would be a cool enemy? Let's add a bunch of bombs in, shall we? If I just go and just put literally them all over the place here, these guys are all just going to drop down to the bottom here, and then, yeah, it's going to make lots of little explosions all over the place, or possibly some big explosions. So there we go. This is just a little bit silly. Once again, it doesn't matter whatsoever, because he can't really be hurt, but it's still just some nice fun anyway. And yeah, he can go along here. So he's going to be here now. So now what I might do is make him drop down while everything is firing at him. So I think here I'm going to have to actually use some proper solid blocks, and then that way I can go and put all of these cannons on them. And I'm just going to go and put as many down as I can.